Okay, friends, we're bringing you a new interview through the Corbi Linedancers channel, the television for line dancers, and we have here a couple of young people, very young people. My God, they're taking by storm in the line dance community. Marlon and Romain, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
Really
good, really good.
You have had a good event as well.
A bit tired, I need to say.
Yes, that's the last day, so we just try to recover.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're young people. You're not tired. You can't be tired.
Not that young, so especially after a weekend like this,
Okay, let me know some things about you, about line dance community. You're young people. For us, for many of us who have been in the line dance industry for 25, 30 years, you are like fresh air coming here and also bringing new ideas to the line dance community. But first, let me present you to the people. How do you start, each one of you, in the line dance world?
Well, I will start. I started dancing when I was 7, and I'm 30 years old today. I started with modern jazz hip-hop before going to the line dance world when I was 12. So I started with country line dancing, of course, and then like the world gets better and better. So all those years I did workshops, competitions. I got to the superstar level in the UCWDC. And today, yes, we are traveling around the world to share our passion for line dancing.
Aaron?
All right, hey, I'm Marlon. I am from the Netherlands. I am 36 years old, and I started with line dance when I was 9, and I competed when I was 11. So I'm 27 years in the line dance community.
So we, when I told the people that we are young, we are the old ones. You're older than us, the many of us.
So I started.
You've been in the line dance world many more years than most of the people.
So in 3 years I have my 30th anniversary, so I cannot wait for that. So yeah, I started when I was line dance, and I still line dance. In the meantime, I did the dance academy, but I stuck into the line dance, and it's a pleasure from the start when I was dancing.
But why did you start it?
Well, when I wanted to start dancing, I was looking around for clubs, for groups like street dance, hip hop. Well, whatever. But there was not even one boy in the group. And then in our small village, a country line dancing group started. So I was watching with my mom to the group, and there was one boy who was dancing it. And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. I go for this. And then 2 years later on, I was on the competition floor, and then the fever hits.
And for me, of course, I was a dancer before the line dancing world, but my mom also, it's coming from my mom, she wanted to start a new activity, which was country dancing, and I decided to just follow her on the weekly basis. So this is how everything starts.
Okay, from one step to the other, so one thing is making social dancing or going to classes, the other thing is going to competitions as well. How did you start in this world?
I think, well, I was quite young. I was about 15 or 16, and I wanted to have some challenge. I was also doing some competitions outside the country line dancing with modern jazz and so I wanted to try this world. I love the ballroom vibe as well, with the costumes and this competition feeling, so I wanted to try. Of course, I started as a newcomer at the beginning, and then yeah, I just keep going, and took, of course,
going to upper levels,
technique classes, and try to give the best of me.
I really started with competition. Like, I think 20 years for my whole 27 years adventure when it comes to line dance, only competitions. So from newcomer to stars, and then after stars I became a judge. Of course, I still do that. And then years ago I started with the social scene, so to say, and well, we put more and more attention to it, so it's changing a bit.
Let me know, some people remember, some people don't, but what was your first choreography you learned?
Alone?
The first one you did?
Together?
No, not together. This is not a question. The first one you learned.
My first one, if I remember good, was Salga El Sol was a newcomer dance while ago?
Well, I think it started with the freeze.
Okay,
And
yeah, sure.
the first dance I remember is Red Hot Salsa.
Oh yeah, Dave Sheriff. Okay, I see,
No, no, no,
yeah.
no, no. Yeah, that's the first dance what I remember.
It was,
In the days.
who was the first teacher you had?
In a competition world? Or
No,
in social?
for social and dance.
It was, well, he's not that famous. It's a French amazing instructor that is Olivier, his name. And then in the competition scene, I start with Jérémy Tridon and Audrey Jean.
Okay.
I started with the dance school The Targets, and the teacher they were Francine and Ruud Poulon. But we also still live in the same village, so we went to every event, every weekend, every country event. So
Yeah, I am always asking this question because we're always talking about big choreographers, big names. So I would like to tell the people that even people like you or somebody else started with somebody, most of the times not well known or just a person who makes lessons in a different small cities.
yeah.
That's important for us.
Oh yeah.
Line dance become a passion for you. So what do you think it was? Why it become a passion?
Well, first of all, for me, it's about dancing. It's like as soon as I'm dancing, I feel good. So this is my first priority. And then with the line dance world, I think we are able to meet so many people from all around the world. And I think this is what line dance is. So this is what I love the most.
For me, when I started dancing, it was country and line dance. And it's so all round. It's so many diversity in the country line dance. There are so many styles. For the people who don't know country and line dance, of course, they have no idea that there are so many different styles.
Yeah, sure.
We are dancing on every music. We are dancing on every style. So that's for me really nice. And no matter the age, everybody can do.
Not just in dance, in country music has a lot of styles, singing style, rhythm styles. So it's
I think
nice.
that's
And people don't know it.
Oh, no.
No, yeah, sure.
But that's the greatest thing.
Okay, you have told us that you're from the Netherlands.
I'm from the Netherlands.
And I'm from France.
How do you meet?
Of
Competition?
course, we met in a competition
Who won?
at the UCWDC. He was not competing that day.
Oh, no.
But we met on the dance floor, and it's about 10 years
Almost
ago.
10 years old.
Yeah.
And since then you've been together.
Yeah.
In live and also as a partners.
Yes.
And in partners in line dance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did you start making choreos together? Or try to decide to work together?
Yeah, well, of course, because we felt that we complete each other, and I had a step in the social part, so I really wanted to bring him with me on this trip. So we start with Fire on Fire. That was, I think, 7-8 years ago.
That was the first?
That was our first choreography together.
Fire on Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. And
is he right?
Am I right?
I think it was Give It To Me. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. We did a lot of dances, but that's possible.
The very, very, very first one that we made in the garage of your parents was Give It To Me.
Give it to me. That's possible. So we did a workshop together, and then since that time we just keep going, and we do more or less everything together.
But even we also needed to search each other's strengths.
Yeah.
So it was also not like, hey, we really complete each other from the very first beginning. But of course, by the years, we grow to each other.
And we also used to have like our own dance group next to line dance. So we were doing theater shows with so many students. So we want to try to bring this part of our life as well into our dances. So that's why maybe we are trying to make it a bit different with our own style and to feel the music, to bring new steps into the line dance. So this is how we
bring new steps. Everything is invited.
Yeah.
There's nothing new.
No, there is nothing new, but just to bring our touch, like to be different.
I guess. Yeah. Okay. My daughter knows a lot more than me about the international community. So for me, the first time I heard about you was with Comfortable, with Roy and Fiona. You need.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
freestyle,
yeah.
it was nice. But before that, there was a lot of events and places. When was the boom, the explosion of the team?
for
You,
us.
for you, what do you think was the choreo, the moment, the event that makes people say, "Wow, I want to learn dances from them"?
Well, if I can answer, I think it's from this year because we got married last year. And
Congratulations.
thank you so much. And from that year, we also living together because, of course, he's from France and I'm from the Netherlands. So from that moment, we also had more time. Of course, we spent more time together, but we also could think about way more about the songs, about the dances. So we have more opportunity to choreograph together, create dances together. So I think it's from this year on, and I think the dance. Well, comfortable. It's a good one though. But
It's a good point.
I think it's Fire on Fire. That was maybe the beginning, and then it's probably like Mon Amour, Push the Button, Comfortable. So I think it's this year.
Okay. Do you live in Belgium? No, it's because it's just in the middle.
No, we live in Holland.
Yeah.
What?
We live in Holland.
Oh, in Holland.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I like the most about your performance is the more than the passion is also the way you communicate with people. Okay, the way they are smiling even they are making the wrongest steps. Most of all, sorry. Okay, so it's a way of teaching very different as well, and I don't know. It's like making. Do you know what I mean?
Or
Bringing
maybe you
the
can
rhythm
explain
to the
this
people.
better than us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So I hope you don't ask us like, what is the thing? But well, for us, it's and I think that's for everyone, of course, like sharing our passion. And the teachers with what we dance, we feel the music, and we are trying to share this feeling, experience, towards our teaching to the people.
It's hard to work together, live together. The work is at home. It's 10 o'clock. I want to sleep. We need to finish this choreo, and we need to make dinner. And the kitchen is full of dishes.
Well, it's asking some planning and organization.
Yes, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but I mean, we love what we do. So from this part, I mean,
and he's doing the cooking.
Yeah,
I'm doing the cooking.
While he's doing the cooking, so then we are putting the song.
Is he will cook?
And
Yeah?
so and then we put the song on, and then at the end we finalize it together.
Okay, we are almost out of time. So let me know what do you think about the line dance community, the direction what it's going. You talk about counter line dance before. Now it's kind of modern line dance, soul line dance, everything line dance. You know, what's your opinion about the future of the line dance and all of the varieties because there are a lot.
And that's a tricky question to say.
I know. That's the reason I made it.
It's developing so much, and I think that's because like for all of us, we are already so long in the scene, and what keeps it interesting is that we are never ending developing, even if it's the style or the music, and the music is also developing. So, and I think we are joining that industry as well with, and even if it's like choreography technique or music, I don't know, or events, also talking about events also getting bigger and better, so I think that keeps it also really interesting.
Well, I will join Marlon about this topic, but I think the idea for the future will be to maybe reach more people and to let them know what is line dancing, because sometimes, like last night we were dancing on the beach and so many people stopped to watch us, and this is line dancing. Some people don't know, so I think with our dances as well, we want to show that okay, we can make it as easy as possible, and then so difficult, but so many steps, so many different feelings, songs, style. So I think this is what we need to go for with everybody.
But the level is growing. Your demos of dance like Bunga Bunga is very easy, but people love it. And then there are others that are so difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we hope to see a lot of dances in the future.
Yeah.
I want to know about Rosa, who the idea of the petals was.
Well, you found the song.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And then we were making the intro. I think I was the one to create the Rosa effect. And then the accent.
Yeah. Okay, that's the way you work.
Yeah.
You put the hands, he puts the feet.
Well, he found the song, because it's also a challenge to find the right song.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness.
And we wanted to use this introduction for something a bit special, more visual, and so
and that's why I love it.
But I love one thing, line dance and decoration, is that I really don't like the song, but wow, I love the choreo. So I'm able to dance it even I don't like the song, because the choreo fits perfectly on it. So congratulations. What are your next steps in this world?
To have some holiday.
Oh yeah, me too.
So that's the good part of this summer, the holidays coming up.
Yes.
Okay, so we finish here this interview on Corbi Linedancers channel. But remember, don't tell them, the young people, the newcomers of line dance, because they have more time on the dance floor than me, for example, and for many of us. So Marlon, thank you so much. Last message to the people. Last message.
Exactly. We hope to see you very soon in the future, and of course, it's like I think everybody's saying it, but keep dancing.
Yes.
Romain?
Well, just keep dancing, keep doing what you love, and we hope to see you somewhere in the world. Thank you.
See you on the dance floor.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
So much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.